Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am filming a one-take video because anytime I plan to edit, I just end up not liking the look of myself and I just like delete the footage or I just never end up posting it. So I do want to address where we are. You are currently resting on my bed and this is just the next, like the side of my bed where I have some jackets and stuff. Today's actually my brother's birthday and I did a makeup look that he did for Pride Month. So I wanted to address why I've been gone for a long time, and I feel like I tend to end up making a lot of these videos because I disappear for a bit. But I feel like that's pretty common for YouTubers who don't rely on YouTube as their main source of income anymore because we got jobs now. You know, I'm 28 now. I turned 28. And a lot of you guys are older now, so we all have jobs. You guys get it. So I wanted to address really why this has been such a long social media break. Honestly, my last video was so intimidating. I got really emotional in it, and I feel like every time I do get emotional, I get kind of embarrassed, I get kind of shy, and I know that's something that I need to like work through and get over for myself, because I don't know about you guys, but in my childhood and how I was labeled as a child in the family, I was kind of like the sensitive one. My brother would call me worry butt. I would always worry about things. I was very anxious and always scared. I was very nervous as a child. I didn't like speaking in public, reading in public. I would always hide behind my mom. I would always hide behind my brother. And it was kind of a criticism that I got from particularly my dad, and you know, don't blame him or anything. I think he's just trying to tell me in a different way to toughen up. And also my dad's first language is not English, so a lot of the miscommunications I realize as I'm getting older is that my parents just didn't have the exact English words to convey what they're trying to say. So one thing he would always say to me is like, why are you so sensitive? You are so sensitive. And it was always kind of like a criticism. And because of that, I always get really, I feel like being sensitive or letting my emotions overspill, which if you've been part of this channel for a while, you know I overspill a lot. And I overspill a lot because I feel like I'm trying to heal that wound where I feel like I have to hold myself together and I'm not allowed to overspill. I'm not allowed to be oversensitive. I'm not allowed to cry over little things. When in reality, to heal your inner child, you have to let yourself feel the things that your parents or your loved ones didn't let you feel. And I think that's why I still need to work on these things of like every time I am over emotional. For example, when I get angry, I feel so guilty. I beat myself up. I feel like I didn't hold myself together. I get so jealous of people who don't hold themselves together. I have always been so jealous, or less so now, but like I've always been so fascinated by particularly women and girls who are over emotional, because I feel like I am envious that I wish that I could not, I wish I could feel that emotion and feel so over the top and not go home and want to yeet myself out of existence. So those are things that I'm working on. These are things that I'm learning through time, why I am so like attracted or like almost obsessed with women who have such strong emotional feelings. And I think it comes from like a wound of mine where I wasn't allowed to overspill, and I was kind of considered like a good kid when I didn't let my emotions get the best of me. Actually, feeling angry is such a healthy emotion. You've heard me say it a ton of times on this channel, but feeling angry is a healthy emotion because it's basically you don't agree with the way that someone has treated you or another person. It's basically feeling injustice. I'm angry because I don't think that that was right. I don't think that that behavior was deserved. I don't think that I deserved that or someone else deserved that. That's why you feel angry. If you don't feel angry, it means that if someone treats you badly and you're not angry about it, that you feel like deep inside maybe you deserved it. No, honey, you didn't. So I think these emotions, even the negative emotions, are super healthy. I can't believe I'm talking so fast. This is like, because I'm trying to fit this all in like one take and kind of explain to you guys, because honestly, I know that if I mess up and then I cut the video and I feel like, oh, I'm going to edit it, it will get to the part where I start looking at myself editing and I'm like, I hate the way my voice sounds, I hate the way, and it's not actually as serious. Like, it's not that I hate myself, it's that I'm annoyed to do that. Like, I used to love editing. I still love editing. And I want to switch to more like making those music videos again, those collages again. That I can handle. I love that type of editing. But it's when I'm talking, I feel like, especially because my accent changes throughout the years I've been in Australia more. So when I talk to my Australian friends, I sound more Australian. And when I talk to you guys, I feel like I go back to like talking to my international friends where I have more of an American accent. And when people take notice of my accent, I think that's something that I'm insecure about, that I feel like people might think that I'm fake because I've had like people in my life be like, oh, you sound different in your videos, or oh, you sound different in person, or oh, you sound different on Instagram. And it makes me feel like, I don't think they're trying to say that I'm fake or that I'm like pretending to be someone I'm not, but I take it as like, oh, is that the first thing that people notice about me when I speak is my accent? And it definitely is here in Australia because Australians are the first to point out my accent. But yeah, so I think that's a big reason why I had trouble, coming back to the internet, because I feel like I just opened up such a vulnerable part of myself, and that it kind of made me feel embarrassed, and it made me feel shy, and these are things that I need to work on. And I'm not trying to say boo-hoo-hoo, I'm not in a bad place in my life. I've been sober, I don't even smoke weed, I don't take oils, the only thing I do is take melatonin at night. At night, I start to get into bed at 9 p.m. I put my phone across the room, and then I go to sleep. When I wake up at 7 a.m. I don't touch my phone until 7:30. So between 7 a.m. and 7:30, I do these 4 main things. I always write my dreams down. I journal. I do Duolingo, practicing my Indonesian. I either read, which I haven't done as much recently, or I draw. I just like sketch on my iPad. And this I usually do every single day, where I just move my body. So I don't do a particular stretch or something like that. I just move, and sometimes I laugh because I feel like I look so weird doing it, but it's only me in my room, so who cares? It's just good to get the body moving. And something I did listen to today is I've been listening to a lot of, I think his name is Heyyyy, his teachings in the morning, and he was saying that like he stays in a position for 15 minutes. And I really like this idea because it's a form of meditation to stay focused, to stay in that position. So it's like a standing still position for 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be a particular position, but he does have recommendations. You guys check him out. His name is Heyyyy. He does a lot of morning teachings, etc. So why did I give that update? But yeah, I'm in a good place in my life, basically. I say this all the time because I feel like every single year I have this thought where I say, this is going to be the best year of my life, and it usually ends up being the best year of my life. Like, every year gets better than the last year. Every single year for me gets better than the year before. And yeah, so what was I trying to say? Yeah, so I'm in a good place in my life. Like, please don't be worried about me. These things that I'm talking about, about my childhood and that kind of stuff, are just things that I noticed that, like, why, you should also think, like, if there's something you're super scared of, something that makes you insecure, something that makes you triggered or lash out, there is an inner childhood wound in there that you need to mend, or that even just being aware of it helps you notice how to fix these things more. So, for example, I didn't understand why am I so intrigued and so interested in hyper emotional women, to realize that, oh, I actually view them as, I would used to think, oh, they're spoiled, they have everything that they could, why are they crying? I would have the toughen up mentality, when in reality those were the things said to me. It's like that song where it's like, suck it up, and it's like the mother says to the firstborn, suck it up, and then the firstborn says it to the younger sister, for example, suck it up. And then so that sister, she's going to school, and when her friends cry, she's saying, suck it up. And it's like, if we keep telling people, suck it the fuck up, stop crying about so and so, it's gonna just keep passing on, and everyone's gonna hold all of their emotions inside of them. And do you think that these emotions will never come out? Because whether we like it or not, these emotions are gonna spill. And whether they spill in almost self-hurting ways, it's also going to hurt the people around you, you know? Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up because I feel like I've just rambled on. But I love you guys so much, and I actually have like been thinking lots about YouTube. I live streamed today over on TikTok, and which is really the reason why I'm making this video right now, because I just missed my community so much. Shout out to Lauren, Ray, Jake, Jacinta. Shout out to Ciara. Shout out to Corncob Kobe. Shout out to In Real Life Dead Girl. Shout out to Susan. Shout out to Mur. Shout out to Mel. Well, how could I forget you? Melissa, how could I forget you? I know there's a lot of names that I've missed, but it was really nice to be starting to reconnect more with my... Oh, what am I watching? Okay, sure. My community. So thank you so much to my flowers. Thank you for still being a sunflower, and I really appreciate everyone who's watching this video, and I hope you guys have a good day. Let me know any topics. A lot of you guys have requested a tattoo tour. I think we should do that. I think I want to do it outside in the sun. So let me find a place that I can do it out in the sun, and we can do it. Bye.